President Trump wants to spread a message of peace while in Davos. They weren't expecting him to say that. By Cat Stevens for freedomdaily.com. President Trump is again on an overseas trip, rubbing shoulders with other world leaders and clarifying his vision for America. President Trump ran on a platform of making America great, which was a not-so-veiled slight towards his predecessor. Many conservatives considered the Obama administration to have pushed America back in the eyes of many nations around the world. His desire to make sure that America lost its appearance of being an overpowering force left us in somewhat of a compromised position. Overpowering force, he wanted to take us down to a third world country. The president's stance on international policy has been simple: put America first and help out other people second. Absolutely, you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. Since his job to make sure that Americans are looked after, it's also his job to make sure the rest of the world knows that we won't be hurting ourselves to bow to international political pressure. The president's trip to Switzerland has been no exception, and the South China Morning Post reports that the first impression he's left on the country has been an obvious one. Armed with his America First philosophy, U.S. President Donald Trump arrived in Switzerland on Thursday to tout his economic agenda and lure foreign investments at a global summit that stressed free trade and international cooperation. "We're very happy to be here," Trump said as he arrived at the World Economic Forum. "The United States is doing very well and will continue to do well. And this will be a very exciting 2 days," he said. He was bringing a message of peace and prosperity to the gathering of world leaders, business executives, and celebrities. Asked whether he would be supported at the forum, Trump said, "I already am. You take a look." He had apparently not seen reports of the massive banner reading "Trump not welcome" that had been hung on the side of a mountain by Swiss activist group Campix. Trump then went into a meeting with UK Prime Minister Theresa May, who is angling for trade deals for her country when Brexit takes place next year. He said that the discussion would lead to a tremendous increase in trade with Britain, while May said the two countries were on the same wavelength in every respect. While the president is expected to declare that the United States is open for business, the protectionist-leaning president's attendance at the annual gathering for free trade-loving political and business elites has raised eyebrows. His decision to sign new tariffs boosting American manufacturers this week has prompted fresh concern about his nationalist tendencies. "I'm going to Davos right now to get people to invest in the United States," Trump said on Wednesday before the overnight flight to Europe. The presidency brings peace and prosperity to Davos. "I'm going to..."
Flying into the Swiss Alps to rub shoulders with the global elite he has so often railed against. Donald
States is doing very well. We'll continue to do well. And
I don't know if this is copyrighted. That's why.
Thank you very much.
You feel accepted here?
With most of the delegates at the forum championing globalism, Trump's protectionist agenda is set for a frosty reception, which may explain why he had a more positive answer when asked what his message would be.
Peace and prosperity.
Better. But during a meeting,
I like the beginning. I
the
like
global
the...
economic order.
Oh, that's where
Economic success attracts CEOs to invest in the US and also challenge the global economic
That
order.
is interesting.
Sarah Morris, TRT World.
Well, I don't... That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid it might be copyrighted. That's a
Flying
nice
into
view.
the Swiss Alps to rub shoulders with the global elite he has so often railed against. Donald Trump, surrounded by the luxury of one of the world's finest ski resorts, is in Davos to mingle with the politicians and corporate titans that shape the world's agenda, but at the same time are despised by his supporter base back home.
It's very exciting to be.
Yeah, supporter base, yeah, right, the liberal nut jobs. I'm going to say, come into the United States, you have plenty of money, but I don't think I have to go because they're coming. They're coming at a very fast clip. In a tweet sent before departing the White House, Trump said our economy is now booming, and with all I am doing, will only get better. Our country is finally winning again. U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin got to Davos ahead of Trump and insisted Wednesday that the United States supports free trade. America first does mean working with the rest of the world, said Mnuchin, who is leading the largest U.S. delegation ever to attend the exclusive gathering. It just means that President Trump is looking out for American workers and American interests, no different than he expects other leaders would look out for their own. U.S. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross argued that the U.S. tariff on imported solar energy components and large washing machines are meant to deal with inappropriate behavior by other countries and are not protectionists. Still, Ross conceded that China could respond by imposing its own tariffs on the U.S. products. As he signed the tariffs, Trump said he was heading to Davos to talk about investing in the United States again. We'll soon be heading to Davos, Switzerland, to tell the world how great America is and is doing. Our economy is now booming. With all I am doing, will only get better. Our country is finally winning again. It seems obvious that a president would be looking out for his country and not others while overseas, but in recent years, the waters have gotten extremely muddied by the idea that helping the world would help America. Perhaps in some cases that is true, no. But in the case of America, we tend to be treated like the wealthy uncle who everyone can just ask for things from and give nothing in return. That's basically what's going on. Everyone wanted to know what was on POTUS's mind when he landed, and here's what he has to say. Upon arriving at Davos for the World Economic Forum, President Trump is asked, "What's your message to the world?" And he said, "Peace and prosperity."
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Where did you stand?
Didn't get it. Once again, the cheap seats in the back. In Davos, Trump says his message for the world is peace and prosperity. What does that mean? Didn't get it?
Peace and prosperity.
You think you're going to be received well here? Are you going to be received well?
I already am. Look, you take a look. You tell me.
So right off.
If seeing is believing, then you'd better find that the president doesn't plan to back off of his America First plan. His goal is to make our country better than ever. Whether you agree with him or not, he's charted a path and is marching forward. We all will make America great again. Yeah, but Steve Mnuchin, the internet is talking about that he was talking about a weaker dollar to increase trade, and the markets actually weren't reacting that well with that. But look, I don't know what the plan is. Time will tell. We have to keep an eye out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.